Coming up, a story set in a fantastical 1930s Hollywood where monsters are real.
An inside look at becoming a professional musician.
Plus, our distraction of the week. I'm Mel.
I'm Dave. This is the Library of Lost Time.
Underneath the glitz, Hollywood has always hidden a seedy underbelly, something of which we're all now aware thanks to the Me Too movement.
Yeah, yikes.
This week, I'm looking forward to The Siren Queen by Nghi, a fantasy novel set in 1930s Hollywood. In this version of Tinseltown, movie magic is irresistible and deadly. The star of the story is Luli Wei, a young, beautiful, talented Chinese woman who desperately wants to make it big, even if that means she must become a monster herself. Publishers Weekly described it as hypnotic and seamlessly blending metaphor with magic. The author's last novel was a queer retelling of The Great Gatsby, so I'm excited to see the hijinks that they bring to Tinseltown in this new book. That's Siren Queens by Nghi, and it's out on May 10th.
I'm looking forward to Every Good Boy Does Fine, a love story in music lessons by Jeremy Denk. This is a memoir written by an award-winning classical pianist who is also somehow a good writer.
That's just showing off.
It seems a bit much. It evolved out of a piece he wrote for The New Yorker. It's about how he grew up, became a pianist, and found his way onto the stage. A lot of the book is about his relationships with his teachers, good and bad, and he's honest enough to give a real sense of training at that level. Denk also gives an education on music, but it's presented with no expectation except that the reader is curious. That's Every Good Boy Does Fine, a love story in music lessons by Jeremy Denk. It's out now. The Library of Lost Time is brought to you by the Strong Sense of Place podcast. In every episode, we get curious about one destination and discuss 5 great books that took us there on the page. If you like books and travel, check it out. You'll find it at strongsenseofplace.com/welcome. And now, our distraction of the week.
This is a really good one because it combines the New York Public Library, graphic novels, and amazing insects.
There are an estimated 10 quintillion insects walking the earth.
Quintillion?
A quintillion is a 10 with 18 zeros after it. That's about 200 million insects per human.
Luckily, some of those insects are kind of cute.
Yeah, some of them, yeah. I learned that number because I got lost in the work of Peter Cooper. Peter is an award-winning cartoonist and an insect lover. He's teamed up with the New York Public Library for an exhibition called INterSECTS, where anthropods and Homo sapiens meet. It showcases images from his upcoming graphic novel of the same name.
The art is really beautiful. One of the images shows butterflies flying through the iconic Rose Reading Room.
Yeah. Cooper got the idea for his book while working as a writer in residence at the library in 2020. The historic 42nd Street building was closed because of the pandemic. While he explored the library, he realized he could bring his insect characters to life there too.
The exhibit runs through August 2022. If you can't make it to New York City, you can enjoy a bit of the exhibition online. There are images and an audio tour that stands alone.
You can also download some coloring sheets that Mr. Cooper has put together for you.
Find links to all the info about Intersex Exhibit and more info on the books we mentioned at strongsenseofplace.com/library.
Thanks for joining us on the Library of Lost Time. Remember to visit your local library and your independent bookstore to lose some time yourself.
Stay curious. We'll talk to you soon.